Hi guys, MrRoflWaffles here. Treyarch had a presence at Comic-Con this year, and beforehand I posted a video saying, guys, we need to make sure that we can secure the keys for the community. Anything that is announced at the show needs to be made public. And so several of you guys went along to the show and then came back to me and said, Milo, I've secured the keys, I'm a locksmith now, and I'm bringing you the intel. And this video is going to contain some of that intel, okay? So one of the many people that got in touch with me with some information from Comic-Con was one Adam McKay, and Adam gave me a little transcript of the things that he heard Jason say at the event, because he spoke to Jason a few times, and there were a few things that he heard Jason talk about. So, the first thing, he says, "Hi Jason, do you mind if I ask you a couple of questions?" And Jason says, "No problem, ask away." He then says, in DLC 4, will there be any drops, so we're talking basically power-ups here, that aren't map-specific? Like, for example, the code cylinders, or the seeds, or the tram fuses. And Jason says, no, it's just going to be map-specific stuff. Adam then says, could you possibly give me a number as to how many of those specific drops we're going to be seeing? And Jason says, about as many as Gorod Krovi. So in Gorod Krovi, we've got the Mystery Flask, and we don't know what that does yet, but we've got the Mystery Flask, so that's one special drop that's in the map. Then there's also, for example, the Groff Pod drops that you get as well, so that's another one. So those sorts of things are what we'll also be seeing in DLC 4, but DLC 4 will have its own twist on them. It'll have its own unique drops. So that's the first bit of intel that he secured. Then, Adam asked, Jason, are you a sucker for ancient pyramids? And Jason said, not as much as I'm a sucker for medieval castles, which is a fantastic answer. Gotta love Jason Blundell being a sucker for medieval castles 25/8. And then, this is the important bit, Adam says the following. Okay, final question. What is the possibility of getting 4 wonder weapons like the bows or the staves? Okay, now bear in mind, Adam was asking this question before we knew that Jason was going to be saying that we were going to be seeing the staves returning at some point in the future. So at this point, that info was not public. Nobody knew it. And so this is a really, really good question that Adam has asked, asking whether we're going to be seeing 4 wonder weapons like the bows or the staves. And Jason then says, very cryptically, just look at the premise picture and that is your answer. That gives you your answer. So then Adam says, thank you so much, Jason, keep up the good work. Jason says, no problem, Adam. Man, just look at the premise picture for your answer. So I've been talking about an Origins remake, and I've been talking about that sort of thing as a possibility, right? Because obviously, if we're seeing the Origins staves again, that could just be DLC 4 and that be it. Or it could also potentially involve an Origins remake. But what it sounds like Jason is saying here is that, well, are we going to be getting 4 sort of wonder weapons like we saw with Der Eisendrache, like we saw with Origins in the future? It certainly looks like it, specifically the premise picture version of things. So we are indeed not just going to be wielding the replicas in DLC 4, in Revelations, but rather we're going to be using the original Staves of the Ancients. This is going to be the source material that Maxis made copies from. These are going to be so much more powerful, so much more deadly, so much more interesting in terms of lore as well. I cannot freaking wait to wield them. I want to again say congratulations to Adam for his successful securing of the keys here. That's some really interesting information from Jason that we've managed to secure for the community just because of the fact that Adam was writing stuff down as he went along, so great job. And let me know, guys, what you think of this extra quote from Jason about DLC 4, both in terms of the drops that we'll be getting. What sort of drops do you think we might be getting in the map? Because we know we're going to the house, so are we going to be getting something that relates to the house in terms of like a house-specific drop? And then also, are you excited for wielding the original ancient staves shown to us in that premise picture? Which, by the way, if that's an indication of what's to come in DLC 4, then, I mean, we're going to beat the great battle, we're going to win, and then the light is going to shine down, and cleanse the sickness for miles around, for as far as the eye can see. They are the first, they are the last. Visions of fractured realities haunted our dreams. Guys, this is so exciting. Everything is coming together here, whether it's ciphers, whether it's pictures that we've had for so many years now, whether it's themes in the story, whether it's certain characters, whether it's certain ideas. It's all just tying itself together in a beautiful knot, and I cannot wait to see where it goes. So thanks for watching. This has been a securing of the keys from Adam and myself. Much more intel coming from Comic-Con still. I've got stuff to talk about the comic, I've got stuff to talk about the story, I've got stuff to talk about the loading screens, I've got stuff to talk about loads and loads of goodness, and it's all on the way, so make sure you've liked the video, and I'll see you very soon in another video from yours truly. Bye-bye.